right now is a unique portal between June 1st to June 4th. It's like the luckiest portal of the decade, perhaps, or even for 50 years. And the reason is because Jupiter, which is the planet of luck and expansion, is conjunct with North Node. So North Node is all about your destiny. So it's like the luck and expansion coming together with destiny. And it's not just for us, it's for the whole planet. So what I see there is that we can leverage this portal by really looking at like, what is destiny? What is your purpose of life for you, for as an individual? Like, how does that apply to me, right? In my life, like whatever you're going through, everybody is a blessing and always, always, always an opportunity for growth. So if you look at life like that, that's one of the things that's helped me so much, no matter what difficulty I go through, because I've been through so many difficulties, that what is helping me through everything in the difficulties to stay optimistic and see the bright side of life, no matter what, is to see that we are actually not here to be, let's say, happy. We are here to grow. So if you see life like that, then you're more looking, instead of for the comfort zone, you're looking for opportunities to level up. So one of my good friends, Alvaro, he wrote the book called Level Up. I just love this book because it's such a good constant reminder that like whatever the circumstances in life, it's always helping us to level up. So if you're looking at your life like, okay, I have these difficulties, everybody has difficulties. You can see that in the highest form, like billionaires. It doesn't matter if you're like a celebrity. Come here, baby. My dog is like running again. It doesn't matter like who you are, you're always going to have challenges. And the reason for that is because that's the purpose of life. So if you look at that aspect of the North Node, I like to look at it like this. Your North Node is not only your destiny, but it's also where your greatest opportunity for growth, right? So instead of looking at it like, oh, how can I make my life easier and I just want everything to manifest like that, it's like, okay, that's part of it, but there's the other side of it, like looking at the difficulty that comes to you or like in your life and saying, okay, what is this teaching me? And like really being a student of life instead of like just thinking, oh, I need to have it like that and I manifest everything, because that's not how life is actually designed. Life is designed as like continuous growth. So if we see always like opportunities for growth, and even the people that I know that are the most successful, that are literally like highest level of life, like billionaires or, you know, like athletes, pro athlete in the Hall of Fame and everything. I have the friends that are at the top and they're always the same, looking for ways to grow. So nobody that is like successful is looking for the easy road, and they're like, oh, but they are looking for like the way to get to, you know, the high road with most grace. And I think that that's what I like the word flow state. It's like this energy of, okay, through the difficulty, can I maintain my flow? Can I maintain my joy and my smile through even difficulties? Because every single human has the difficulties every single day. You can't get away from that. Okay, what is your difficulty? I don't need you to list them all, but like we all have something, right? So it's like, in those moments, everybody's facing that on some level, but instead of dwelling on that, you say, okay, how is this helping me to grow as a human, as a soul, deeply in my soul? How is this helping me to grow? And then also, how can this help me serve my purpose in a bigger way, right? So like if you look at whatever's happening, it's always for, like what I like to say, happening for us and not to us. So the victim energy is, why is this happening to me? And the opposite of that is being the hero of your life is like, why is this happening for me? Like, how is this happening for me? Like flipping the whole script. And that's what Jupiter and North Node portal is really about, flipping the script where you've seen that you were out of alignment with your purpose or your destiny, or like where you were playing into your victim, or playing small, or any aspect of self that was sabotaging itself, disconnected from oneness and consciousness of love, and all of the important knowings that if you're a spiritual person, if you've been following me for any amount of time, you know, and at the same time being totally true about your life and being like, okay, where in my life is there the biggest opportunities for growth? Because if you're not growing, you're declining, you're decaying, and you're just like, you know, or stagnant. That's the other energy where you're not growing. So anyway, you're either stagnant or you're growing. That's the way I look at life. So ultimately, through the planetary up level, which is happening for the whole world, everyone right now, and it's been happening for like 3 years, so it's nothing new, but it's continuous. So I think that there's this energy of stamina where humans are like, all right, up level, up level, up level. You have to like stay in that. And actually you have to be really like enjoying the journey of that. Like kind of be like, wow, okay, what is this teaching me now? And there's like a finesse, there's an art of it, right? There's an art to enjoying the journey through difficulty, enjoying the journey through the hard moments, even in the rock bottom moment, in that difficulty, to see the truth of it and to just be in so deep reverence to life, so deep reverence to God and the path and your soul, and then knowing that this is happening for you. So you're like, okay, now let me look at all the ways that I can grow. Let me look at all the ways that I can level up for myself. Let me look at the ways that I was disconnecting from my truth. Let me look at the ways where I was giving away my power. And every single aspect is this part right now, the Jupiter, the North Node. The reason is because if you're doing that at all, you're not in alignment with your destiny, because your destiny is to be great. Your destiny is to be like empowered, is success, to be wealthy and abundant, to manifest everything that you want because you deserve it, you're worthy of it, 100%, no questions asked, 1000% worthy of all your dreams to come true. So knowing that if there's any aspect that didn't, you gotta look at that and you're like, okay, what aspect of me is not allowing this receiving of the blessing, is not allowing the fullness of the miracle, is not feeling worthy of that, whatever reason, on whatever level. Like maybe you're already like rocking it and you want to get to a new level, right? So there's like always this aspect, level up, level up, level up. That's why I love my friend Alvaro's book, Level Up, because I'm just like, every day, it doesn't matter what level you're on, you can always grow. And in the lifestyle that I prefer, which is like growth all the time. Now it's not comfortable. There's no like comfort zone there, but you're like always happy to grow. So like if you're in the growth, you're in the expansion, and that is the energy of Jupiter. Now if you put that with the North Node and you're doing that with contribution, you're doing that with a way that makes a difference in the world, you're doing that in a way that feels in harmony with your soul, you're doing it in a way that feels rewarding for your energy, so there's like this beautiful balance that can happen when the fullness and the expression of your divine purpose, which is often called Dharma, but when you're in the fullness of expression of the divine Dharma purpose of life, that it feels, yay, like I'm literally living my dreams. And at the same time, an awareness of, we are always going to go through difficulties to level up, to grow, and to expand. And that's that Jupiter energy, expansion. But sometimes there's a detriment to that, where it's like, I just want to expand. And then all of a sudden, you need a balance, right? You have to go, okay, and the Taurus energy of this positioning of this portal is to say, take care of yourself. Taurus is like ruled by Venus. It's all about sensuality. It's like literally get a massage yourself even, do things that make you feel good, have some raw chocolate, make your chocolate at home, or buy the good stuff and treat yourself to the things that feel the best, and do that consistently, because the lifestyle of doing things that feel good is the path to your dreams. Because if you do that consistently, if you are always committed to that, you're already living your dreams. So you don't have to be like, one day I'm going to be living my dreams. It doesn't even matter. You could be homeless, you could have no money in the bank, you could have $100 million in the debt, and in your heart you feel good because you're like, I feel good because I treat myself good. I feel good because I massage myself. I feel good because I know that I'm healthy. I feel good because I prioritize that. And then there's this balance to life. And if you stay in the feeling good place, mind, body, energetically, emotionally, this is the sweet spot, right? This is where you're on the path of your Dharma, where you're feeling good, things are flowing, and then all of a sudden, like, all the blessings start coming. And sometimes even when everything feels good, you get difficulty. So it's not like, oh, and then you attracted the bad thing. It's just literally difficulty will always come. So it's just a matter of like, actually, they say the number one secret for people who are successful is not that they have an easy path. It's what they call grit, the ability to handle difficulty, the ability to rise back up from the difficulty, the ability to see the sunlight through the forest, or like whatever you want to call that, where you're like, okay, even in the darkest moment, if you can find your way to the light, because you can find your way to your North Star. So that's what the North Node is about. So this North Node energy, which is coming from purpose, destiny, alignment, like you being in your truth, you knowing that it's not something someone's going to tell you. You have to feel that inside. You have to be like, this is what I'm here for. And when I tune into myself, I know that. And if I can just listen to that every day, let that be the guiding system and what I call North Star. And then you can ask that, say, what is today? How can I best serve that? And then you get a response. You know, you're going to get the message, do this and then do that. And then listen to it. You know, I met these little kids in India. They're like enlightened already, basically. They can bend spoons with their eyes. I mean, they're so next level. They had been taught the intuition psychic training from the Sri Sri Ravi Shankar system of art of living, meditation. And these kids, they'd been doing this for 6 years. They started when they were 8 or something. They were like 14. They're already enlightened. And as these kids, because they could like bend a spoon with their eyes, like they could do everything. They were psychic, they could see the future, like literally. They could be blindfolded, I would draw. They would like mimic the exact drawing with their eyes closed and the blindfold. And I was like, okay, how do you tap into this level of knowing? And they were telling me, so I got the wisdom, and I'm going to share that video. Leave a comment if you want to hear that video, because I'm so excited to share this video. It's like literally like been in my phone since India, but I was like, what a blessing, these kids. I can't wait to share about this because it's so amazing, the miracle of these people and the amazing blessing of Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and his enlightened contribution to the planet for decades. And I just feel so blessed and grateful to know him and to work with his foundation, and also amazed that he started his first school the exact same year I was born, and I felt like there was such an alignment with us. So I'm going to be doing a lot more with the art of living, but I just want to mention about this ability on this North Node Jupiter conjunction portal, the ability to listen to that intuition that you get. That's the purpose, that's the guidance, that's the North Star. Your North Star is your blessing, it's your purpose of life. And you get this download, you get this message, and it's like, this is what you need to do. And then you need to listen to that, and then you need to do that thing. And if you don't listen, then you're going to be always like, why is my life not working? Because literally it's the voice of God, it's your soul, it's your purpose talking to you saying, do this thing, or take this action, or get rid of this person, or like break up with this, or do this, stop this behavior. It's a guidance system. It's called intuition. If you don't listen, if you don't take action when it tells you to, your life gets off rails. And then that's when you're like, how did I get here? Because it's like it went down the path. Like people who get cancer, or people get like all of these kind of illness. But it's like the message is there, and it's always like, it starts as a whisper. It starts as like, hey, you know, it can even come in through a dream, knowing. There's a knowing that you should change your behavior. There's a knowing when you need to do something different. But there's a habituation to the old patterns. There's a habituation to being your old self, right? So there's this also thing with Joe Dispenza, where he talks about breaking your habits of being yourself, which I love that whole philosophy. I think it's so smart. It's exactly what we're talking about on this North Node Jupiter thing, because you got to break the habit of being the old self. The old self is not the Jupiter North Node. The old self, we'll call it the Saturn South Node. It's like the old self, the karma, the patterns, the sabotage. The new self is this other identity that you're like, okay, stepping fully into your power, whatever it is, like in whatever level that is, and like literally owning every aspect of your greatness and not playing into the old story of whatever that is. Funny that right now I'm in this park, in the most beautiful park, and there's like a siren going off. But the point is that like instead of like the sirens of life, right? Like instead of getting caught up in this kind of stuff that happens in the life, it's like, okay, step outside of it. Observe. I had this experience the other day when I was hiking in the redwood forest, and then we were going to go back to the car, but then there was like this big truck, and he was like a police or something with the flashing lights, and we were like, I think this is the universe speaking. So there's like a message, right? The message is that we get every step of the journey, we're always getting like a message, right? It could be like a flashing light, it could be like a siren, it could be like a little message in your mind, like whatever level of like this message that your soul is speaking to you about that says you need to make this change, you need to do this thing, you need to take this action. And then the more that you don't do that, you're going to get louder and louder and louder. It becomes a siren, it becomes a flashing light, it becomes an illness, becomes sickness, becomes like something irreversible damage that you can't fix after a while if you don't listen. So you have to like learn the subtlety to listen. Yeah, the silence. The silence is where the magic is. So you listen, and the art is ask, pause, tune in, listen to that voice, because that voice will guide you. And every time that you ignore that voice, you're always going to suffer, because it's going to take you off the track of your destiny. And so that's what the North Node portal is all about. This North Node Jupiter, and then it's coming June 1st to June 4th. So June 4th is the full moon. So it's kind of like this portal going to the full moon, which is like this manifestation of this fullness of the knowing. And it's been this journey, I think, since the eclipse that we had last time, and it was like, okay, now it's the fulfillment of this next phase. And that's how life does. It does like these 6 months phases, and then it goes like longer term. So sometimes you have a 12-year cycle in your life. Everybody has these cycles, and right now we're going into a new cycle, we'll call it. But with North Node and Jupiter conjunct right now, it's just really important for you to tune in and journal about this. You can meditate about this. Tune in. What is my inner guidance system beckoning from me as my purpose, my destiny, my greatness, my path of greatest contribution, the partnerships that are in alignment, calling that in, and just knowing that you deserve that, you're worthy of that, but just like sitting in that knowing, but calling it in full alignment of knowing that God put you on earth to fulfill that purpose. That your purpose of being alive in this body is to fulfill your dream. So if it's like you're wondering, if it is, it is. Like if you have a dream that just never goes away and it just keeps coming back to you, it's your purpose. It's not just a fantasy. You need to find the path, and you do that through this beautiful journey of surrender and listening, asking the intuition. It's a feminine energy. You have to just tune in. So it's like ask it, listen, breathe. There's not a lot of technique. I mean, you could say, oh, this is a technique, but in the meditativeness of receiving, which is a feminine energy of flow, it's just the receiving, right? So you just go, like I sit here, the sun is basking me in its beauty and its warmth, and it's so much, it's giving, right? It's giving every life beautiful energy. Love this energy, right, from the sun. So think about the infinite worthiness that you have of everything. The same relationship that we have to the sun. You don't need to do something to earn that love. You don't have to do something to be worthy of the sun giving this beautiful nourishment and warmth. You just deserve it because you're worthy of it by virtue of that you're alive, because your soul is amazing, and because God created you, and God created everybody. So you deserve it. Everybody's worthy of the best. And so it's a weird process that the humans have to go through. I don't know why. It's part of the human journey. It's like not everybody starts out feeling worthy of everything. So it's like, okay, where am I needing to feel more worthy? And then like always to remember, you're always worthy. No matter what, you're worthy of everything. Like no matter what, there's no like any aspect of you that's not worthy of everything. Where am I not allowing? Where am I putting a barrier in the energetic field where I'm repelling my dream instead of allowing? Where am I not open? That's what the North Node Jupiter portal is about. So I love you. I'm on the path with everybody. I'm not perfect myself, but one thing that I know is I get these downloads. If you want me to make more videos about downloads, let me know in the comments, because I get them every day, and then I'm always like telling my sister, and she kind of, I should just make videos about it because I actually have so much downloads. So leave a comment, let me know if you want more downloads. But this one's super interesting about the North Node Jupiter portal. I'm like really into like the topics that I get downloads about like daily is like astrology, but specifically also this idea of the destiny energy, and also like sort of like getting into the new identity versus like playing into the old victim. And I feel like that's that Joe Dispenza kind of style, where it's like, the new identity is that you're playing into the future and not the story of your past. And it's really like a choice to make that decision on a daily basis. Like, am I playing into the past? Am I playing into the old self of even yesterday, or like, who I was a minute ago, versus who am I becoming every moment? Like, who am I stepping into? In this moment, I'm gonna choose to be like this whole nother level. Even if I'm already great, I'm gonna just declare I'm already great, and I can declare that I got another level in me, and that I have so much to give, and that I know all of my blessings are gonna bless the whole planet when I share them, and from my heart, and I share them with deep authenticity and this empathy of knowing I've suffered so much. So there's nothing in me that is like, I'm better than someone. I feel the suffering of the whole world. That is what drove me for the past 20 plus years to be a healer, a teacher, to help the planet. In every single moment of my entire life, I dedicated to serving the world through my dharma of teaching yoga and helping people with their mental health and their physical health. And one of the biggest things in the most recent years that came to me also is the gut health. Like, literally, I suffered so much in my digestive system, and I recently found an amazing solution I'm so excited to share with you all about. I'm kind of nervous to share about it because it's like kind of embarrassing, but it's so interesting, and I'm so excited for this opportunity that I got to do this unique form of healing for your gut. And anyways, so I'll be sharing more. Leave a comment if you want to know more about that. But it's like literally there's unending downloads, and I wanted to know if you guys like these. Let me know by clicking the like, subscribe or whatever, and then also definitely leave a comment, because I want to know, like, how can I serve you best? Like, how can I serve the world? Because I've been on this platform, I've been in the world of serving for so long, and sometimes I'm like, how can I do it in a way that really serves people, in a deeper way? And it's like, I do my coaching, I offer coaching, business coaching. I've been working with the different clients and stuff to scale. Actually, if you have a company that's looking to scale, I have a couple of really high-level corporate clients that I'm helping in that regard, because I'm an expert of that. Like, I actually helped a number of my brand partners scale, like literally like to hundreds of millions of dollars, and it's interesting to see how we can grow together. So if you know anybody that's got a company, not the startup level, I think I'm better in the mid-size. I work with companies to scale, and that's something that I feel really strongly about. But the other thing that we're getting ready to launch with my company is I still have my yoga teacher training online, and it's a flow state training. You can get certified with me in the yoga teacher training, and also I have a business program included with that. But the other thing that I'm very passionate in terms of my dharma, what I feel like I'm most qualified to help the planet, is in regards to this sort of like this vision that I got called the Bright Future Foundation. And it's to help the children's mental health crisis. When I was a kid, my mother lost her mind, and I had a whole lifetime dedicated to understanding the depth of the mind and the mental health. And now I feel like after my whole lifetime, decades and decades of learning and teaching, that I found a way to serve this mission, which is to solve the children's mental health crisis in schools, and with a partnership with the Art of Living Foundation and a number of things that we're doing right now. And so we're getting ready to launch a new product, which I'm so excited about to share with you guys. It'll be a way for you to be able to be a part of this, contribute, share, and help us as well to achieve this beautiful mission to help the children's mental health crisis. And also you get a little beautiful thing, like it's a product that we're launching. So I'll give more information about that soon. I can't wait to share it because it's literally so beautiful, and it just makes my heart so happy to feel like, okay, we can do this together. It doesn't have to be like, I have this mission and you're over there. It's like, we're in this together. Like, I even made this clothing line, right? Everybody who follows me knows I've been teaching yoga for 18 years. I had this dream of having a clothing line. So I met this amazing Brazilian designer, and she made me this beautiful clothing, which here's the top. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys, well, if you want, you can see, here's the bottom. I mean, there's leggings and everything, but it's so sexy and beautiful. It's like, the reason that I decided to go with this direction with the feminine, it's like a velvet, and it has a print, and it's so soft.